Creating an engaging AI avatar for your podcast or faceless YouTube channel could be the game changer that sets you apart from the ever-growing sea of faceless creators. In today's video, we'll dive deep into multiple methods for creating these avatars using AI, showing you how to bring your unique vision to life. This is just the beginning of an exciting 3-part series where I will guide you step by step through the process of creating your first AI podcast. I'll focus on animated characters for this particular tutorial. To create our image, which is the base picture we will use for the avatar, I'll use my favorite AI image generative tool, Midjourney. Kindly note that Midjourney is not free. To get started, to brainstorm, to give you an idea of what type of image you want to create, come to the search bar and type in, for example, you want to make a Lady Pixar style and a little bit realistic. You could do this and you'll be able to narrow down to a couple of images that you like. Now, once you find an image you like, I suggest to go ahead and click on this love button, be beside it, and it will be saved in your like folders. This is essential because as you keep scrolling, you might lose track of all the images that you like. And by the time you start looking for them, it'll be difficult to access. I have saved a couple of words that I like. I like this particular image that looks animated but somewhat realistic. Now, once you find the image you are looking for, click on this search button. It's going to start showing you images that are similar to the image that you have chosen. For example, I like this. I'll click into it and I like how the character is. What you could do if you like a specific image is you could choose to use the image, the style, or the prompt, or you could use 3 of them at the same time. But because this is cut out, we're going to try to use an image that shows a full face. Now, I like this image. What you could do is you could decide to use the style and the prompts. We'll be using the prompt first of all, and then you could go ahead and make changes to the prompt to suit what you're looking for. We could say walking on the computer and the girl looking straight into the camera. Then you could go ahead to change the aspect ratio. That suits the aspect ratio for YouTube. You could use 16:9 and hit enter. Midjourney is going to go ahead to create 4 similar images based on what you have submitted. And from there, you could make modifications till you get what you're looking for. Let's just wait for this to finish up. If you don't like any of this, you could always go ahead and click on the rerun button to generate another set of images till you get what you're looking for. I did another rerun and I kind of like how the aesthetics of these images look like. What you could do is once you find the particular image that you like, you can click on it. As you can see that this face is too close forward. Use the creation action here. There's zoom. Click on 1. 5, it's going to zoom out the image. And once you zoom out the image, you can make some changes and go ahead to upscale it. Now, this image looks good, but for example, if you want to clean out some of these things here, you could always click on editor and then you could use a brush to brush this out and then go ahead and click on submit. It's going to rerun and try to change this. You could make edits to the prompt. Now, it has removed the computer behind her and has replaced it with some form of a flower. I'm okay with it. To upscale, click on subtle. If you click on creative, it's going to change the face of the character. Just go ahead and click on subtle. And once the image is done upscaling, then we will download it and use it for the next step. Now that we have our scaled image, you can just click on it and use the download button. You can see how crisp and clear this is and click on download. That's how I was able to generate the image for the avatar I used for my AI podcast. By the way, if you're new here, I am Zinny and I make videos on how to use AI to create different types of faceless YouTube channels, as well have online businesses to help you generate additional income. If this type of topic interests you, make sure to subscribe to get more videos just like this one. In case you have not seen that AI podcast, you could check it out on the channel. The link will be in the description box as well as on the card. Above, now we have our image. The next thing is to make this talk. There are a couple of ways you could do this to make it very interactive. The first method I will show you would be using the lip sync method in runwayml. Once you sign up, runwayml gives you some credits for you to try out, but it is also a paid tool. Come to the dashboard, click on more, and then click on all tools and click on lip sync video. I'll go ahead and use the image that we have generated before just for the sake of this tutorial. We'll click on this and click on open. It's going to open the image here while it's loading the image and identifying the face. We would go ahead and also click to upload the sample audio we'll be using. It has identified the face. Click on the audio and select the test audio that you want to use. Note that depending on the number of credits you have, that's what it's going to use for the lip sync. And then you click on generate. Now this is done generating. Click on play.
AI tools are insane. Can you imagine? I can talk and move and everything is consistent.
This just lip syncs. The face is not as interactive as what we have seen so far. And this brings me to the next tool, which you could use to make this even more interactive. Go back to the homepage of runwayml. I'll be trying out their new feature called Act 1, which is really cool. Click on try it now. Act 1 uses video to animate any particular image. You can use it to create your avatar, as well as use it in different projects for your faceless YouTube channel. Here you could upload a particular image. Next, upload a driving video. Now you could do this in two ways. You could click on start recording to record your face directly from your webcam. You don't need to have a very fancy camera for it to pick up your face. Or you could select a video. Let me just select a video. It's going to upload that video. Once you upload the video or the recording that you want to use, which is going to be implemented on the avatar that you have created, you will go ahead and click on generate. Note that the longer the video, the longer the credit is going to take. Just click on generate and it will start generating it here. Once it's done, I will show you what it looks like.
AI animation tools have gotten way more advanced. Imagine me talking and moving as if I were real.
As you can see, this is pretty much interactive compared to the first one that we generated. This looks pretty good. Once this is done and you're satisfied with your results, you can go ahead and click on download and it downloads it to your computer. Now, the good thing about this is the quality generated is good enough before upscaling it, which we will talk about in the next step. Another method I'm going to show you for generating interactive and more realistic AI avatars when it comes to animation is using an AI tool called Hedra. Now, Hedra tends to be more realistic when it comes to animations and other realistic images. I find it more interactive. Hedra has a free plan, which you could try, but if you want to play around with more features, you might need to upgrade, but it's free to test. The first thing we need to do is to upload the image that we want to use. So once the image is uploaded, it sits here. You can go ahead to choose the particular size you want to use. For YouTube, we want to use a 16:9 aspect ratio. So you leave this as it is, and then we go ahead and scale this down because we want this to fit a little bit into the frame. Once we have this perfectly set, go ahead to upload your audio, or you could record directly into the platform. I'll upload the audio I've prepared for this tutorial and click on open. And then here you could go ahead to clip depending on what you want, but I like this the way it is, and click on generate. It's going to go ahead to generate this and make it very interactive and well animated. We'll just wait for this to be completed. This is done. Let's just play it and see how this turned out.
AI tools are insane. Can you imagine? I can talk and move and everything is consistent.
This particular avatar generated by Hedra tends to be more realistic. And this is how I was able to create the AI podcast I talked about earlier. Once you have your video generated, just go ahead and click on download. Now, just like any AI image generation or video generation, the quality can be pretty low, and there are multiple ways in which you could upscale this. You could go ahead and use CapCut Video AI Upscaler. Let me take you back. Once you come to the CapCut website, click on Create New and go to Video Upscaler. It's going to open up to this page. Click on Upload and go ahead and upload the video you just created. The limitation of using CapCut Video Upscale is that it can only upscale to 2x. If you want to upscale the video up to 4x, then you would have to use the next tool I'm going to show you. Click on upscale. This is done. As you can see that this looks really clear just by how it looks. I've noticed that videos generated by runwayml come with 1200 by 720 pixels, and when you upscale it 2x, it tends to give you some reasonable quality for your YouTube videos or any projects you are working on. This is for the free option, but if you are using AI tools like Hedra, where the resolution is pretty low, then you might need to use a higher AI video upscaler. I use Topaz AI or Topaz Labs. I use their video AI. This particular tool is pretty expensive. It's about $299 USD for 1 year, and after a year it reduces. Just to show you how this works, once you have the Topaz tool opened, this is how it opens up when it comes to using it on your computer. And something to note is that you will need to have a powerful computer to use this tool. It uses heavy graphics as well as processing power. Go to source. I will go ahead and bring in that video that we just worked on, which is this. And once you click on that video, you can see the original resolution. And then you could go ahead and choose the resolution that you want. I want 4K. And then for the AI model, I like to use this first one. It tends to give a clearer image. And then for the recover details, I'll just play around with it until I get the one that gives me a higher quality. If you want to see a preview, you could click on render, but I'll just go ahead and click on export, save it somewhere, and it's going to start exporting this immediately here. And once it's done exporting, double click on it to see your result. You can see that this is way clearer when it comes to the quality compared to the one from CapCut, but let's just make it bigger and play it. You could see how clear this is. Depending on what you could do, you could always use Topaz's Labs Video AI to upscale your video, or if you want a free option, you could go ahead and use CapCut. In the next tutorial, I will be covering in depth how you can use these interactive avatars to create captivating AI podcast, just like the one posted a few days ago on the channel. You don't want to miss out, so be sure you are subscribed to the channel and have your bell notification turned on to be the first to know when the video goes live. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.